top of the morning to you. Did you find a good place to store your silver?
Actually, a number of them. But it is no longer of great concern, due to the fact that I seem to have lost most of my silver in an unfortunate camping accident. And the rest I have apparently misplaced.
Oh, how tragic. I hope you recover them someday. I doubt you were planning to sell them anytime soon anyway.
No. In fact, I wasn't. But I did want to ask you about that. At what price should I think about selling my silver?
Are you referring to dollar price?
Yes.
There is no dollar price you should consider selling your silver for, even $10 billion an ounce.
What? You have got to be kidding me. You would not sell your silver for $10 billion an ounce.
No. Even in the case where my salvage crews finally dredged up my lost silver from the bottom of the lake, I would not sell an ounce of it for $10 billion.
Why is that?
Are you familiar with the Reichsmark? And what happened to it in Weimar, Germany?
No.
In June of 1922, the price of gold was 1 million Reichsmarks.
Oh my. That is very high.
Yes. And do you know what the price of gold was 7 months later in January of 1923?
No.
10 billion Reichsmarks.
You have got to be kidding me.
No. If you would have taken your gold, which you had purchased earlier for the price of 1,000 to 10,000 Reichsmarks in the early 20s, and sold it for 1 million Reichsmarks in June of 1922, you would have had a 100 to 1,000 fold gain.
That sounds like a great game.
Yes, it does. But you remember that the price of gold in Reichsmarks in January of 1923 was 10 billion per ounce?
Yes.
So if you had sold your gold in June of 1922 for a 1,000-fold gain, by January of 1923 you would have lost 99.9% of your money.
So you would have been completely wiped out.
Yes.
Even though you were correct in buying gold in the early 1920s.
Yes.
And even though you had made a gain of 100,000% in Reichsmarks, if you would have sold it then, you would have been completely wiped out.
Yes.
So if I don't want to sell my silver for any price denominated in dollars, then when do I sell it?
Well, since the dollar is going to zero, like every other fiat currency that has ever existed, you will have to wait to see what replaces it.
Oh? I see.
Yes. Because the Ben Bernanke has now painted himself into a corner. So he has no choice but to hyper-inflate the currency to complete worthlessness.
And what currency will replace the dollar?
At this point, no one knows. Except for perhaps some Illuminati banksters. And they aren't talking.
But can't I trade my silver for dollars very quickly to buy something else?
Yes. You could try to do that. But you will need to be extremely nimble. And I would recommend only using a small percentage of your silver.
Right. So if I decided to do that during the hyperinflation, what should I trade my inflated dollars for?
It will have to be something else that is tangible, such as farmland or other types of unencumbered and depressed real estate.
Okay, I will hold my silver through the coming hyperinflation, and will only use a small portion of it to pay off dollar debts or buy farmland.
Excellent. Goodbye.